Now see, now I'm going to do it. I just want you to see it very clearly. This is a wedge fixed on earth. Different situations will come. Simply remember that the only non-contact force is gravity, and every contact will have a force. These two things will solve all your problem. Every contact will have a force. Now we are given a situation here like this. Like this, M1, M2. Now this is angle alpha, this is angle beta, not equal angles, no problem. Now see what you must do. One along the chord, one perpendicular to the chord. One along the line of motion, one perpendicular to the line of motion. The formula is very simple. One along the line of motion, one perpendicular to the line of motion. So the weight will act M1G downwards. Break everything into two components. One along, one perpendicular. Clearly M1G, this is alpha, this is 90 minus alpha, this alpha. So M1G cos alpha, M1G sin alpha. Here also M2G will directly act downwards. No problem with that. So here one along the motion, one perpendicular to the motion. This is beta, so this comes out to be M2G cos beta, sin beta. Now it was given that M2 is much greater than M1, so definitely this will move up, this will move down. Let us see, let us write down the equation of motion. For M1 if you draw, this is M1. See, you have to break down every force, one along the string, one along the motion, perpendicular to the motion. See, definitely every contact has a force. So tension pulling the body, the weight component, M1G sin alpha, the normal reaction by this contact in the upward direction, and the weight component M1G cos alpha. This is the force diagram. These are all the forces, and then the acceleration along this. Since it is moving along this, so the perpendicular forces must be balanced. This is the force free body diagram. Now first tell me, how is free body diagram? Very good. Very good. Now let us draw it for M2. See, it is very simple. Every contact will have a force, and one force without contact, gravity. That's it. Nothing more than that. Now we have M2. So tension in this direction. The weight component M2G sin beta. Now the normal reaction and the weight component M2G cos beta, and acceleration here. Now first you make the free body diagram. This is the free body diagram. See, you have to break down the weight component along two parts, along the motion, perpendicular to the motion. Only these two parts. Now see here, now see here. Now see, this thing is there. Please try to understand. Now for this must be balanced. As why this must be balanced? Because this block is not jumping. So no motion along this, motion only along the plane. Motion is only along the plane. So one along the plane, perpendicular to the plane. This body is moving on this plane. So one force is along the plane, another perpendicular to the plane. This body is moving on this plane. So one along the plane, one perpendicular to the plane. Nothing perpendicular to the plane. So these must be balanced. N equal to M1G cos alpha. But along this there is motion. So T minus M1G sin alpha should be equal to M1A. See, solving equation is not a big deal. Even 9th class we solve linear equation in two variable. Making free body diagram and writing equation is the main part. and here this must be balanced. So let us name them as N1, N2. Definitely they are different, N1. So N2 should be equal to M2G cos beta and motion along this. So M2G sin beta minus T should be equal to M2. How many of you got the whole thing right? Did anyone of you got the whole thing right? Okay, copy this. Now see students, this is alpha. Please make free body diagrams and compare. The pulley is here. This is. You have to break down every force along two directions. One along the plane on which body is kept, because the body will move along the plane, and perpendicular to the plane. It is very simple. You have to break down every force along two directions. One along the plane, one perpendicular to the plane. Now, let us call this as mass M1. Let us call this as mass M2. So M1G is acting downwards. This is the tension. Now for M1, if I write down, M1G is acting downwards, normal is acting upward, tension is acting here, and it will definitely have an acceleration because this is pulling it down. So same acceleration A. How many of you got this right, this free body diagram?
I got it right.
Very good. Now the forces along vertical direction, see, it is very simple. You have to break down into two components. One along the plane on which body is kept and one perpendicular to the plane. You have to break down every force along two components. One along the plane on which body is kept and one perpendicular to the plane. Nothing more than that. Now if you write down equation of motions, then here the tension will be is equal to M1A, and this will be balanced as no motion along this. Let us call it N1. So N1 comes out to be M1G. Now for this, the whole thing will be like this. The M2G is acting downwards. You have to break down every force only along two components. One along the plane, one perpendicular to the plane. So the M2G, so this comes out to be M2G sin alpha. This is M2G cos alpha. Now this particular M2, see, it is very simple. Every contact will have a force, and only non-contact force is gravity. This is pulled backward by T, the normal reaction N2. This is downward force, M2G sin alpha, and the force M2G cos alpha, and definitely acceleration along this. How many of you got this right?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Now, very good. Now let us write down no motion along this. So N2 should be equal to M2G cos alpha, and motion along this. This means this force is greater than this. So M2G sin alpha minus T should be equal to M2A. See, this is the main part. Isolating body, writing down, making free body diagrams. This is the main part. Solving equation is not main, because everybody can solve the equation. But this is the main part. Please copy this down. Please copy this down. And after copying this, make a free body diagram of this. M1, M2, M3, alpha. Yes, please copy this and make free body diagram of M1, M2, M3. Please take 5 minutes. See, the method is well set. Every contact will have a force. The only non-contact force is gravity, and we have to break down every force along two directions. One along the plane on which body is lying, other perpendicular to it. That's it. Let us start here. Let the tension be T1. Let the tension in this string be T2, and so on. We'll break down. Let's begin with M1. With M1, if I write down, M1 is very simple. This is EG mass, one force M1G, one force T2, and one force normal, and some acceleration. How many of you got this right?
I have got this right.
How many assumed? How many of you assumed the same tension in both? You have to assume different tensions because this is going down. So there must be some unbalanced force. So write down the equations. M1G equal to N. Let us make this N1. And T2 is equal to M1A. So these two equations, see, every time have to break down every force only along two directions. One along the plane on which body is there, and one perpendicular to the plane on which body is there. Nothing else. Now let us talk about M2. Now on M2 I will change the color. M is acting downwards. So breaking down into two components, one along the plane, one perpendicular to the plane. Finish. Now this is alpha, this is 90 alpha. So this is M1, M2G. M2G cos alpha, and this thing comes out to be M2 sin alpha. Now if you take here, you have M2G sin alpha.
Sir, your voice is breaking sometimes.
Yeah. Actually, today is the voice coming normally now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't worry. Now we have M2G sin alpha, we have T1, we have T2 and acceleration, then we have normal reaction, and we have M2G cos alpha. How many of you got this right? Any problem? See, every force, you have to break down every force only along two directions. One along the plane, perpendicular to the plane. Now, if you see this got balanced, so M2G cos alpha should be equal to N2. Now try to understand. M2G cos alpha is N2. Now along this, T1 plus M2G sin alpha minus T2 is M2A. This. Now the last one, M3, it is very EG, PG. This is M3G and tension upward, nothing more than that. The acceleration will be same for all the blocks. So we have something like this. M3G minus A is equal to, M3G minus T, M3. Now this tension is T1 basically. So let us write down T1, T. This is the free body diagram. See, this is the best thing. You don't know. If you somehow land up with mechanical engineering, in your whole mechanical engineering, you will be doing only one thing: isolating systems and seeing external forces on it. Here we isolated M1 and saw the external forces, isolated M2, saw the external forces, isolated M3, saw the external forces. Is the whole thing clear to you all? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Please copy, then I will give you a problem. Please copy. Students, see here. Now, this is a single rope. Say yes.
Sir.
So along the whole rope the tension will be same because the rope is massless. So you have a tension T here, let's take T1, you have a tension T1 here, pulling T1, and this is another rope, so tension T2. Is this thing okay? Say students yes. Now let us isolate each part. Okay, can you tell me if the acceleration of this is A, what is the acceleration of this block? Can you say? This will, no. This is where logic comes. Now I will try to explain you. Suppose this moves X forward. Say yes. Now X forward it has moved. So X part of string is with me. Say yes. But this X part of string has to be distributed along this and along this. So X by 2 here, X by 2 here. So the acceleration will be A by 2. It will not be A. Now I will tell you a simple method for this. A very simple method. Let us take, please understand. Let us take this distance. Oh, color change. Let us take this distance as X from here. Say yes. This distance, say yes, X. And let us take this distance as Y. Say yes. And let us take this distance as Z. Now Z is constant. It does not change. The only thing it will change, if this move forward, X will change and Y will change. Say yes. So total length of a string, now total length of a string will be X plus Y plus Y plus Z. Say yes. That clearly says that X plus 2Y is constant. Say yes. Because the length of the string does not change and Z is constant. So L minus Z is also constant. The string is same, it is neither expanding nor contracting. It is the same string. Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Is this thing clear? If you differentiate it, dx by dt plus 2 dy by dt is 0. If you differentiate it again, so acceleration of this block m1 is plus 2 times acceleration of this block m2 is 0. So if you talk about magnitude, so acceleration of m2 is acceleration of m1 divided by 2. And you can also think it like this, that if this goes forward by x, then this x length is free with us. Now this x length that is free with us cannot directly only go into this, because both these parts will always be equal. Now if both these parts are always equal, then this free x will get divided into two parts, x by 2, x by 2. So if this has acceleration a, then this will have acceleration a by 2. Is this thing clear to you all? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
How many, did any one of you identify this? No problem, no problem, no problem. Now see, one more thing is that for this particular pulley, T2 is equal to 2T1. This particular pulley is massless, so the forces will be balanced. Is this thing clear to you?